Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chef Bashira Giwa. I'm the CEO of Ladid Catering and Event Planning Limited, and I'm the author of my little cookery book. I've always been a storyteller, not in the movie sense. I've always loved writing books. I like writing stories about tortoise and all that. While I was young, and growing up, when I became a chef, I had the double ons. I had the degree in education. So once a teacher, always a teacher. I just wanted to share my knowledge. And that was what inspired me. There's so much in my head that I need to share. This is just the beginning. So I hope that answers your question.
From being a chef to becoming an author, so how have you been transitioning between two phases of life?
In every business, there's always a downtime. And that downtime, instead of me being depressed and not having anything to do, I start writing. And like you would have heard earlier on in the program, my sister said I'm very energetic and active. As energetic as I am, I'm not an introvert, I'm not an extrovert. So I like to be in my head, in my space, and that period I start writing. Because there's so much running. When you're someone that you're always in your head, at that point you start writing, and you start bringing something out. Sometimes I'm thinking faster than I'm writing, so I just drop a voice record to jot down my ideas. It just pops in. I think it's just inbuilt. That's what I feel.
So first of all, yeah, I think you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
And I understand the challenges, yeah. So I understand the challenges, but then again, I also want to know what are the challenges you encountered while writing this book? Did you also get any support from family and friends, or it was just a personal thing?
Um, the real definition of independent woman, that's me. I rarely ask for help because I'm always scared of people telling me no. And reason why I do not ask people for help and I do things on my own. Writing a cookbook is very, very different from writing any other book. It's capital intensive. To write a cookbook, you need to have a test kitchen. That's the reason why the second book is not out yet, because this one has been written since 5 years. We were only able to fine tune it in 2021. Was published in 2023 on Amazon. 2022. It has been written since 2018. So it was fine tuned before Amazon, and Amazon published it first in 2023. Writing a cookbook is not like writing any other book. Writing any other book, you just put down what is in your head and you publish, you edit, you get people to edit for you, and that's all. But writing a cookbook, you need a test kitchen. You need to show every step of the recipe. You need to take pictures of every step of the recipe. And you people are photographers, you know how much you charge us. So it's not banks at all. It's very, very expensive.
Okay, in the culinary world, a lot of people will say, oh, it's not something you venture into. You just wake up one morning and be like, yes, I want to start cooking, or I want to venture into a cooking business, right? And we have so many people out there that would love to do this kind of a business, right? And we understand that you can't do this business without having, some sort of capital, right? So for you as a person, how does it start? I mean, how do you get the capital, to start?
Okay, I'll talk to you now. I'll explain this as a teacher. Firstly, if you want to do any business, culinary or not, you have to have passion for it. One of the most tedious business to do is feeding people. You have to plan a menu, go to the markets, mise en place. We call it mise en place. That's prepare before cooking. Then you cook and you serve. And when you are serving, people will still do meme on you that the caterer will not give us jollof rice. What's that meme that you people are always saying on social media? It's not easy going into the culinary business, but you have to have passion for it. So you need to first and foremost build a passion. 1. 2, everything is easy now. You can rent anywhere. If you have a passion, go to a culinary school. Make sure you learn. There's lots of Atawada chefs now. I can cook doesn't mean you can cook. The fact that you cook at home and people said it's sweet doesn't mean people will eat it outside and it will be sweet. There is costing. You need to learn costing, unless you will enter gbese. As a chef, I know how many people that I'm going to use a bag of rice for. I know how many people, if I want to cook fried rice, how many people a bag of rice is going to produce. How many people a bag of rice will produce for jollof rice. How many people a bag of rice will produce for white rice. We call it costing. You need to learn. Running a catering or culinary business does not mean that you go to the kitchen and cook. It's basic. Doesn't happen that way. And you also have to consider the health of the people you're serving. I always tell my clients and my students that now, if I'm catering for a party for elderly people, I have a type of rice I would use. If I'm catering for a party for youngsters, I have another type of rice I would use, because I'm considering their health. And when I'm planning their menu, I will plan their menu according to their age. But in Nigeria, we do a lot of backdoor things. We don't consider our health. Clients need to always ask their caterer. It will be expensive, but you need to ask that, oh, I'm above 40. I can't be eating cholesterol. Please, I need to watch my health. What are you using for my party? What type of oil are you using? Things are expensive, but if you want a good food, soup wey sweet, na money kill am. So that is that about joining the culinary business.
Taking from what you just said about our country, Nigeria.
Yes.
And with the way people, eat out, outside.
Yes.
And considering all the ingredients you use while cooking, and sometimes you just walk up to a shop and you see someone sweating, and the person is cooking, and you still snatching the hand and all the sweat dropping into the food.
You're talking of mama puts.
Yes, exactly. The mama puts kind of.
See, what?
The question is this. In looking at the future of this country, do you think we can afford to have people that are professional, coming into that business that sanitize the environment?
Let me tell you something. I've had instances where I told someone, oh, why don't you go and eat amala there? They said, no, those women, they sweat on top, now you like. Different people, different strokes. But let me tell you something. Everything is evolving. The culinary industry is evolving. People that have gone to school to learn are now more in the business than people who are in the business because they have money and they know that selling food sells. So everything is evolving. So on that note, we are open for evolvement.
Okay, could you please take us on the journey of how and where you got your training and certifications from to become a professional chef?
My training started from home. My mom, one of my moms, I have two mothers, and one of my mom is a food and nutrition teacher. And my other mom is an Islamic studies teacher, but in the olden days, unlike now, the curriculum has changed now. In the olden days, the curriculum, every child must learn food and nutrition, home management, sewing. While I was in secondary school, that it was it for us because I did exams that I had to sew skirt and blouse. But it's no more like that now. I don't know what the curriculum has turned into, which the government needs to really, really look into. I started. I also went to summer schools. Then I started training on my own. Anytime anybody is going abroad, I ask them to buy cookery books from chefs I really, really look up to. Then I started training. Then I started getting certifications. I started training myself and getting certifications. Like I told you, every self-development I've done is when I'm idle. I hate being idle. So instead of sitting down and doing nothing, I develop myself.
Okay. How has social media enhanced your brand as a chef?
I'm not a content person. I'm just trying. There are people that are really, really doing well in content creating in the culinary industry. There are people that are posting rubbish too, but there are people that are really, really doing well. They are really, really doing well, and I can't say I'm near them. Once in a while, like I've not posted on my YouTube page in 6 months. I only post when I'm cooking for the house or I'm cooking for business. And sometimes when I'm busy, I don't get time to post. So I can't say I'm a social media chef. When I'm busy, I'm not a boss, I'm a leader. I work and my staff follows because I know the job. I'm not the type of, I'm not in the business by association. My chefs learn from me. So we work together. I'm not, because those people, I feel that people who get time to take pictures, their hands are not busy. That's why they have time, because when I'm busy, I do not have time to take my phone.
Sorry, with what you just said, are you not thinking it is important now than ever? Putting your content out there, creating content around what you do, because people want to see professionals coming into that, that space. And I think to be good if we can, do more of that. And should we be expecting more of that from you?
We can all not be content creators. Let's be factual about it. We can all not be the same. Even twins are not the same. So everybody will create a niche for themselves. My own niche is putting my knowledge down and teaching people through book. So, like I said while I was giving my speech, the second book is ready. The third is almost ready. The fourth is on its way. And the fifth has also started. For someone to be putting out different ideas for different topics, you know that my head is overworking. And with that, I can't put all that on social media. It will be too tedious. So I feel my own way of teaching people is through writing, not through content creating.
Okay. Like my colleague said, I'm reiterating on the positive side of it, that for brand visibility
Yes.
and in an attempt to reach a wider audience on the global balance, the essence of social media cannot be underruled. So you may still want to consider it after this session, how to use social media to enhance the brand. However, on quality assurance, I would like to ask you, how do you think the government can come on board to reinstate quality in the culinary industry?
Okay. You people should not call me a fico or something. I'm of the school of thought that the government cannot do everything for us. What are we as citizens contributing to the country? Quality assurance should be done by individual. Let your conscience judge you. I cannot sell what I cannot eat. I cannot sell what I cannot eat, because before I eat it, I'm going to taste it to make sure that it is perfect enough for you to eat, to consume. So, and I feel that is what every chefs and caterers, event caterers, should be doing. The governments cannot be everywhere. So we can't expect the government to do everything for us. We as a citizen, we should have our own responsibility as the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. Is there any other question?
Yeah. This one being
Okay.
we can still coordinate.
Okay.
The question is, it is of one thing where a friend that my boy.
Ben.
Bí alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ni pé ṣé ẹni lọ́kàn pé lọ́jọ́ kan ìwé yín máa ti nílò ní àwọn ilé ìwé láti fẹsẹ̀ níbo ni àti máa wọ̀n pé gbà.
Okay.
Àwọn olùkọ́ mọ ní ìdarí ẹ̀sìn.
Okay, ṣé rí ìwé tí mo kọ yìí tí à ń launch ní òní yìí. Ìwé yẹn a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbé ìgbésẹ̀ kí àwọn school máa rà ní ọwọ́ wa. Tí ẹ bá ṣíwé yẹn wò, ẹ máa rí pé activities pọ̀ níbẹ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ. Activities pọ̀ níbẹ̀. Ibi ta ní pé káwọn ọmọ draw, ta ní káwọn ọmọ colour, ó wà nínú ìwé náà. So ìwé mi ó wà fún ilé ẹ̀kọ́ àti ilé, kí àwọn òbí kí wọ́n rà fún àwọn ọmọ wọn